And how is it going, everyone? Welcome to Dark Souls Remastered. And today it's probably, and I say probably not to, to be generous, but this is gonna be the last stream for this game, considering that the only thing remaining is the final boss. I doubt that I'm gonna struggle against the final boss, so that's why I say that it's gonna, end today. But we will see. I mean, last time that I remember fighting Win, he wasn't really that hard, but maybe my memory is not being cooperative. I don't know, I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, according to my memory it wasn't that bad. Also funny that Twitch was saying that the connection wasn't stable when in reality it was fine. Sometimes I don't understand how Twitch works. Well, works, you know. Sometimes it doesn't even work. Oh, by the way, what about this guy? I rescue your daughter. What happened with that?
Hello again. With those
Wait, no, that's
quite
your
well,
daughter.
but I haven't found my father yet. Have you seen him?
I seen him here. So I guess that counts as a yes.
Really? Then I must be off. I'm sorry he's caused you trouble. He has a knack for that. If you just stay put.
I don't remember what happened with this guy. This is probably like a secondary quest, right? Because that's interesting that the guy is not here anymore. Well, don't know where he is, but that's none of my business, honestly. This was not the right way. So, needed to go here. At least this guy is awake now.
I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent?
Wait, do you not see that I have all of the required souls?
The beings who possess these souls have outlived their usefulness, or have chosen the path of the wicked. As the primordial serpent, I implore you to...
I think he hasn't figured that
claim their
out.
souls. Let there be no guilt. Let there be no vacillation.
Well, alright. Also, I wonder what happens if I feed him any of this. I don't really feel like doing it, so fuck you, I guess.
Very well. Then stay still for a moment.
Also, I really wonder what this guy is supposed to be. Because he's like a gigantic head that eats you and then goes underground. It's a little bit weird. He's supposed to be a dragon, maybe a snake. I don't know what he's supposed to be, but he's a weirdo, that's for sure. So, I should put all of the souls in here. Offer souls to Lord Vessel. Oh shit. Got a cutscene and everything, huh? That's a pretty long flame. Let me see. The interesting thing is that right behind that door, like, you don't fight the final boss automatically. You still have to walk a little bit. A little bit weird, but that's how it works. So, what do you have to say about that?
Oh,
Okay.
the Lord Vessel is satiated. Magnificent. You are the righteous successor to Gwyn, the new great lord, and I am Kingseeker no more. Your acquaintance was an honor. I must admit, I am fond of you humans. May you enjoy serendipity, and may the Age of Fire perpetuate.
And what if I don't choose to do so?
Pleased to visit some.
Because here's the thing, right?
The beings who possess
Wow,
Altar
he still says that.
farewell, chosen undead. I remember.
Yeah. So here's the thing, this game has actually two endings, interestingly enough. So the thing about that is that one of the endings is basically Shu's perpetuating the Age of Fire or whatever, right? And the other one is basically walking away and doing nothing. It's a little bit weird though, the way the story of this game works, so I'm not entirely sure why will you do each one, but I mean, you know, Dark Souls, as I always say, was never really known for how coherent the story is, right? So I don't really think that, you know, it matters that much which ending I pick, but I basically picked the one that perpetrates the Age of Fire in the first time that I beat the game, so maybe I could pick the other one. Gorgeous view. I also don't understand what this is supposed to represent. Like, I see all these ghosts or spirits, right? Traveling the... Well, that's the thing, I don't know what this is supposed to be, either. Like, I don't know what this is or what they are doing, so it's a little bit... Try humanity? Wait, what do you mean by try humanity? You want me to consume humanity? Wait a second. Actually, you're right in the sense that... No, wait. Why do you say try humanity? Huh. Is that an inside joke that I don't get, or am I supposed to consume humanity here? Whatever. Maybe they want me to turn human so they can PvP my ass. Wouldn't be surprised. Well, that's a lot of damage. He also doesn't seem to get staggered in one hit, I think. That shouldn't be an issue. Light. And these are some weird ass messages here. Well, the interesting thing about this section though is that basically you can... Well, you have 20 Estus, as you can see. So it's quite hard to die unless you die to the boss by getting, you know, obliterated. I don't remember exploring this area either before, but I don't believe there's anything important, which is the reason for me questioning why this place is so big if there really is nothing to explore. But I guess it's to give it like a little dramatic effect, right? Something like that. Maybe. I don't know. What's this supposed to be? Weird. Damn. And my mace cannot stagger. They deal a lot of damage. Jesus. 2 hits and I'm almost dead. I mean, it makes sense. These are the last enemies in the game. Ouch. But it's still pretty impressive. That 2 hits is enough to finish me off. Or almost finish me off. At least I should... Ouch. was about to say that at least I should try to use the lining here since it's not gonna work with wind. Maybe it ain't that good of an idea. Also, let me just check something real quick because for some reason I'm pretty sure this is a bug, but it's telling me that the connection is unstable. Again, this is probably a visual bug, just like the multiple visual bugs that this thing has. And of course it's a visual bug. Alright, nice. I don't even know why I trust that. See, when you're streaming, the only thing that you should trust when it comes to knowing how well the upload is going is OBS. Don't trust Twitch, it's bad for that. Hey Riemann, how is it going? You know, I have a couple of questions to ask you. Well, as always, basically, you are my Dark Souls consultant. So, well, the first one maybe it's gonna be easy to answer. So, this stoner saying try humanity. What are they trying to say, or are they just stone? Because, I mean, it's pretty weird that two different messages say the same thing and have so many upvotes. So there is something weird in here. Baited. You know, I also thought that maybe they want to bait me into turning human so they can PvP me. It doesn't do shit. Nice. So maybe they just want to bait me for PvP. Alright. Thanks, Yami. Also, how is it going? I guess some people really like PvP, huh? Oh, he's still walking? How did you survive that? Unbelievable. I like that they give me Titanite chunk almost every time. Whoop. There it is. I really want to see if there is an item around here, but I don't really think there is. So I probably should only care about getting to win, because I personally don't remember there being a hidden item in this area. I might be wrong though. Jesus. It looks like they are out of hell, but they are still there. And they are dropping Titanite chunk of every color. At this rate I will be able to cosplay Flandre if they keep dropping all these rainbow Titanite chunks. Remember read online that raiding that message up gives humanity, but it doesn't actually do anything. I don't even know how to raid the message up. Like, I never saw a prompt to rate up a message. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but I didn't see any prompt. Like, the only prompt I see is to read the message, but not really to upvote or downvote, if that's even a thing. Someone died here. How did you die? Oh, damn. We're getting it censored? Alright, alright. No, I want to see the action here. What happened to you? Oh, you got fucked by this guy. Okay. Okay, so he staggers with 2 hits at the very least. It's like the back button or something, or select. Yes, in my controller it's sadly the share button because it's a PS4 controller. I don't know why they decided that the share button was a good idea, but whatever. Yeah, it's pretty much the select button. Ooh, that almost scared me. I thought it was like some fucked up shit. Alright, so considering that there is this item here... how do you know? That's probably just decoration. I don't think you can get there. I don't see anything of value either, so I'm assuming that's only decoration. I'm also assuming that's decoration right there. So I guess let's just keep going this way. I almost fell there. But yeah, well, when you think about a Yami though, the select buttons in the previous joysticks, or I mean gamepads, right? They weren't really that, you know, that good as buttons. I mean, sure, you get used to them, and I got used to them. I basically grew up with every PlayStation controller of every generation, but the thing is that the select and start button before were a little bit weird. They weren't really, I mean, they were buttons, but they had that soft material that made you press it unlike any other button, right? Not to say that I don't like it, I like them, but sometimes, depending on how your controller was, it was very difficult to press because you needed to go all the way down. And since it wasn't a one-off situation, sometimes you needed to press it harder, but yeah. Try beating to a pulp. What do you say? Did this guy say? Oh, come on. Praise the sun. And that's the last thing to find. Well, alright. So I'm probably gonna regret saying this. I mean, I already said it, but... this boss... My memories are telling me that this boss wasn't hard. Now, my memories can obviously be playing tricks on me, but I don't remember this boss being hard. Now, I'm probably gonna get killed 50 times in a row, right? But I'm just telling you what my brain is telling me right now. My brain remembers this boss as quite trivial. If I'm wrong or no, we're about to find out. Alright. Mr. Win. Well, he's literally 12 hits, and he gets staggering too. The only problem will be failing the dodges, which can happen, and also not eating his combo. Because his combo, ouch. He doesn't want me to heal, that's clear. Oh, he has a grab? But if he staggers in 2 hits, I can play the staggering... Okay, maybe I can't play the staggering game. Ouchies. Yeah, he definitely doesn't appreciate being healed on his face. Alright. So it's pretty much not fucking up the dodges. Because 1 hit deals 1/12 of his health. So obviously that means that he dies in 12 hits. And what's even better is that he gets a staggering too. So the problem is that he has really fast attacks. So staggering in 2 is useful, but he can interrupt you. So it's interesting. I don't really mind. Obviously I'm gonna try to ignore all the knights in the way. But yeah, that's also another thing. How easy it is to ignore all these knights. Because killing them is not that big of a deal, but if I just want to retry the boss, it might be a little bit of a pain in the ass. So let's see how much I can escape these guys. No streams with 160p today? Damn. That's pretty sad. Well, there's not much that I can do there, sadly, Yannick, 'cause that's something that Twitch decides and not me. So yeah, it's unfortunate. How is it going, Yannick? Yeah, it really sucks when that happens. Oh, it wasn't this way. Oops. But yeah. That's probably one of the most bullshit policies that Twitch has. but you know, it's definitely a policy that is incredibly bad for smaller streamers. But, you know, whatever. At some point, there's not much you can do, right? That's why becoming affiliate was so important to me, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to I wouldn't be able to have the opportunity to stream at lower resolutions. But yeah. Ooh, that was close. So I doubt that this is gonna take too long anyways. One of the guys I watch, I think, is getting a rock clan together, rip my time. Huh. Yeah, well, yeah, Ragnarok, just like any other MMO, takes a shit ton of time. That's for sure. I mean, the amount of farming that you have to do is colossal. But if you can play with people, it's pretty, you know, with friends I mean, it's a pretty nice payoff. But yeah, the amount of time, it's insane. I also always thought that that Wind's theme is pretty underwhelming. Because the thing is, it's supposed to be like emotional and shit, but I don't think it's really fitting for a final boss. Which is something that I think Dark Souls 3 made perfectly. Dark Souls 3 definitely improve on this. Sure, you can say that they weren't really original with most of the bosses and most of the stuff in the game, but I feel like the final boss on Dark Souls 3 is an improvement over this boss, because basically the final boss had two phases. The first one having a pretty, you know, pretty how should I put it, an intense theme, right, for the first phase, and have a whole lot of original attacks. Wow. Speaking of original, that was a pretty original death. Yeah, that was a pretty nice fall. I do agree. I will rate that fall an 8 out of 10. Was pretty nice looking, for sure. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the theme of Dark Souls 3's final boss. Yeah, basically the first phase has a pretty intense theme with a lot of intense attacks. And then the second phase is the one that becomes nostalgic and emotional because it's supposed to resemble this fight. So that's why I think that Dark Souls 3 did the final boss a lot better than Dark Souls 1. The one that definitely didn't do the final boss better was Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 final boss is a complete disappointment. It's sad because the game has so many great bosses and the final boss fucking sucks. I think it's supposed to be a lore thing that it sucks, right? Because, you know, the queen is supposed to be weak, right? Lore-wise or something like that, so the final boss is weak, but that's a pretty shitty excuse, I feel. Wow. I don't need your help to fall. Let me do it myself. 8.5. Yeah, 8.5 is also a pretty good score, I will say. But yeah, Dark Souls 2 boss was definitely a disappointment. Are you practicing? Yeah, I am practicing for the platforming nationals. So when eventually, inevitably, the platforming mod releases, you know, I will be ready. No, but seriously, why haven't anyone done a platforming mod for this? I mean, everyone likes to spout how hard the Dark Souls games are and all that bullshit, right? Why don't you actually do a mod that makes it so hard and bullshit that all the masochists are gonna want to play it? Like, why don't you do an actual parkour mod? It will be like playing Champ King, but even more bullshit. Because the physics in this game are trash. So it's like the perfect mod. Everyone will be playing it. I already say this, but I have the need to say it again. Because it's really something that I feel has so much potential, but apparently none of it, like, it wasn't done. Dark Souls Needle, I know. For Masochist there is a Scorched Contract mode. What does that do? Wow, holy champ. Damn, this guy should be in the Olympics. Pretty sad that they canceled them though. But hey, should be there nonetheless. Can I heal when I enter without getting scoped? Oh, I actually can. Ooh, nice try. No, you're not gonna grab. Am I really gonna stagger you to death? Is this how you're gonna die, Win? No, please fight back. Okay, okay, there we go. That's what I want to see. Look. That was guaranteed. On him, obviously. Pretty nice because... Uh-oh, this is a... yeah, charge attack. I was trying to find something to hide. Like this. I don't know if this is gonna be enough. Oh, he got cancelled. He got cancelled by the rock. I'm really gonna stagger you to death, Win. No, don't let it be like this. Man. What an old fart. Unbelievable. Well, that was disappointing. I mean, I did not expect the final boss out of everyone will get fucking staggered. But, yeah. Well, here's the thing. It adds the buff for kill bosses. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, that seems like a masochist mod. Well, so here's the thing, right? If I press link the fire here, this will be kind of like the quote-unquote good ending, but I already did this. I kind of want to see the other ending, which I don't even know if it counts as a bad ending. So, because basically here's the thing, right? More or less the lore of these games is that you, you know, like there is an Age of Fire where there is quote-unquote prosperity and, you know, everyone is happy, well, quote-unquote happy, right? But there are living beings on Earth, and this gets, you know, succeeded by multiple guys, right? In this case, I think, well, Win is in charge, but then if I press link the fire, I'm gonna be in charge. But if I say fuck this and walk out of here, technically nobody will relink the flame and the world ends. So I think I'm gonna pick that option. Is the lore of this game based on the fact that Touhou sucks? No, I don't think that's the lore of this game. Though I can tell you that the lore kinda sucks though. Who is it going Colo? Alright, well I guess I'm gonna walk away. Fuck all of you. Shishis. Damn.
My lord, bless thy safe return. Let Kath and Framt serve.
I never saw this.
We are here to serve your highness.
He looks surprised with that mask. And that was a panty shot? Are you for real?
Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.
Okay. Well, that was just as disappointing as the good end. Alright. But that's Dark Souls' story for anyone that, you know. Basically same lore tier. Actually Dark Souls is much better. Dark Souls, well, yeah, but I mean, you're comparing shit to a nuclear waste. That's the issue. The lore is you save the war and get mushrooms to get stoned. I mean, kinda. Also, it's pretty interesting because this song in the credits is the same one that plays at some point in Dark Souls 2 when you are in that pond and you have to fight the frog boss, right? That's pretty interesting. Now, my question is, what would have happened if I instead use a homeward bone to get out? Or maybe they won't allow me to use a homeward bone. Because, again, there are two possible endings there. You link the flame or you walk away and that happens. So, can you use a homeward bone? Maybe not, maybe it is forbidden. I don't know. You will respawn here? In the same win room? Damn. Oh, you mean here as in that cutscene? Or, okay, no, never mind. You mean in the win room. Okay, gotcha. In the arena, yeah. Alright. That was Dark Souls Remastered. I mean, story aside, being a convoluted piece of shit, just like many Japanese games, the game is pretty good. And sadly, the remastered version is not on sale. With all this summer sale going on, you can actually buy this on sale, but whenever it's on sale, I definitely recommend you to play it. Contrary to what a lot of people like saying, this is not a hard game. This is a game that's just like any other RPG. It requires you to minimum like know a little bit about builds and stuff, right? It requires you to not mindlessly just go from place to place. Obviously, a lot of the stuff is not really, you know, that obvious. A lot of stuff is more to look up in guides and stuff, right? But as you saw in this playthrough, you can use the starter weapon, upgrade it with the blacksmith, and you pretty much can destroy the whole game with that. You don't need anything else. And if you want something else, you can also get it. You can even beat this game even more easily. I'm pretty sure that if I picked a sorcerer and I started doing a lot of spells that destroy the whole screen, this will have been even easier. Especially if you pick a pyromancer that, you know, targets the floor and starts summoning flames and does all kinds of crazy shit. You can probably, you know, destroy the game even faster. Not really? What you mean by not really? Which part was a not really? For magic builds, you are usually using a lot of damage amplifiers. Yeah, that's fine too.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed, this is the beginning of the game again, because you are forced to New Game Plus. I really wonder why they force you to New Game Plus, but whatever.
The undead are corralled and led to the north.
I mean, this doesn't happen in the other two Dark Souls games. In Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3, you can stay in your current world.
Await the end of the world.
And then you can choose to go to New Game Plus. Firestorm spells are garbage unless you go full blast cannon, and those damage amplifiers can make any build hit like a truck. I see. Well, in that case, that reinforces what I said before. Like, you just need your starter weapon, level it up with the blacksmith, and that's it. The game is yours. Jesus, that's fucking scared me. And I already saw this cutscene. That was pretty funny. But yeah. Basically, you can use your character, you know, with everything. You have the souls, you have the Estus, you have everything else, including your stats, your level, even your covenant. You have everything from the previous playthrough, but the difference is that it's a little bit harder. Just a little bit. It's not even that much harder. Obviously, I'm not gonna do New Game Plus because I don't really feel like doing New Game Plus. So I'm just gonna leave it here. Then I just noticed this. Are those ants? Are those supposed to be ants carrying leaves or some shit? Or are they supposed to be one of those ball bugs like slugs? What were this shit supposed to be? No, I think they are supposed to be slugs, not ants. Okay. Well, interesting. Except daggers, they are too much garbage. I see. Well, in any case, I'm gonna call it right here. She's cockroaches. No, they didn't look like cockroaches, and usually they are faster anyway, so I thought they were cockroaches. Thanks for streaming. No, I'm gonna end stream, peace the fuck out. No. This is only gonna be the end of Dark Souls. So for those who came for Dark Souls, thanks for watching. And I guess I will see you whenever I play Dark Souls 3, which is probably gonna be the next Dark Souls game that I'm gonna play. I probably won't play Dark Souls 2 because I didn't play it that long ago, and I also beat that game 3 times. While Dark Souls 3 I only beat it once, and I played it when it releases, so that was kind of a long time ago. So yeah, she's.